Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our interview today with your host. I'm Muhammad Afiq and my partner.
And I'm Aziza Sarotul.
So, today we are going to talk about some kind of film that's already been released and watched by many people, but it has some kind of controversial or problems in it. So, Aziza, can you tell us what is actually the clue of the controversial in this film? Because I don't quite catch what is the main problem in this film actually.
Okay, this film is quite controversial because it contains religion elements. In our country, in Indonesia, something related to religion is a big issue, right?
Yes, of course. Oh, so the main issue is here is actually religion. Yeah, actually that's some kind of big controversial. So, actually here tonight we have three guest star, and this three guest star is based on every professional or every something that they are professional with, and we are going to talk about this film with them and ask about what are their thought and their opinion on this film. And for the first speaker or the first interviewer, we have here the director itself from this film. It is actually Miss Sarah. Hello, Miss Sarah. Can you hear my voice?
Sure, Miss Afi.
Okay, so
I
how are you?
can.
How are you, Miss Sarah?
Well, I'm great. How about you?
I'm fine. Okay, so Miss Sarah, do you have any business or anything to do this last few weeks? Maybe a new project?
Well, as you guys know that this film has been approached to some countries, and yeah, lately I've been busy with submitting my films to the premiere in our country. So yeah, that's my business lately.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sarah, and I'm looking forward to discuss the controversial actually in this film.
Okay, and for the next speakers, we have Miss Villa Da Vinca. To Miss Villa Da Vinca, can you hear me?
Yes, miss.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How about you?
I'm great too. Thank you for asking. Miss Villa, what do you do? Do you have a job or you currently being a student?
Yes, besides, I, as a movie enjoyer, I am a college student.
Okay, and what major did you take? Is it film related?
Yes, I'm a student from English Literature Department.
Okay, I'm looking forward to our discussion. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
for our last speakers, we have Miss Nihaya here. Miss Nihaya, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss Aziza.
Okay. Miss Nihaya, how are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm fine too, thank you. Miss Nihaya, what do you do for a living? What occupation do you have beside being a movie critic?
In every day, I'm working as a content creator.
A content creator. And what content did you make?
In my YouTube channel, I create a review film.
Okay, a YouTube channel, right? Can you tell us the name of your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel name is Jamila Tudihaya.
Okay, I will make sure to subscribe it. Thank you.
Okay, so there is three of our guest stars today, and we're going to talk a lot about this film with them. And yeah, be fine to enjoy the interview. So, without any further ado, I'll ask the first question for Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah, as we know, you are the director of this film, and you are, I think, the most people here in three of our guest stars. You are the most people who know about this film so much. Am I right?
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay. So, actually, what kind of message do you want to deliver in this film that tend to be misunderstood by the audience and make it as a controversial film? So, what is actually the main point or the main message that you want to deliver?
Well, actually, I do believe that everyone can conclude what is uh the main message, the main moral value that we can learn from the film. But for me as the director, uh, just do your just do your obligation according to your first intention at the beginning, and yeah, we live in the world. Of course, we will face some problems, some cases, and also trials. So yeah, we have to know how to face it well, how to get through the trials, and it what determines you whether you are success or not to get to the problem or the cases or the trials in your life. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, the message that you want to deliver is a positive message, not the negative one, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
But it's become a controversial one because people don't actually quite get what you want to deliver. Is that okay for you,
Yes.
or
Sorry,
is that
pardon
okay?
me.
Is that okay for you for people to kind of misunderstood your films?
Yes, yes, is it?
Oh, because everyone has an opinion, right? So it's okay, I
Yes,
think.
yes, of course. That's based
Okay.
on the person.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Sarah.
Okay, next question. Next question is for Miss Nihaya. Miss Nihaya, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss Aziza.
Okay, Miss Nihaya, as a movie critics, you play an important role in the film industry, right? You help audiences decide which movies are worth watching and which ones are not. You also helping filmmakers understand what works and what doesn't work in their movies. So, Miss Nihaya, please tell us what did you like the most about this movie?
Okay, Miss Aziza, thank you for asking. What I like about this film is that the nuns don't mind each other's personal affairs. This is emphasized in the dialogue, which reads, "If heaven is not curtain for me, why should your hell be my business?"
Okay, thank you. Next,
You're
Afid.
welcome.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Nihaya. And now, Miss Philam, as we know, you are actually one of the, I cannot say not professional, but one of the people in these three people. You are one of the most uh, contradictive one of this film because of the controversial. But actually, what do you think, according to this controversial of this film? What do you think is the main, like the main problem or the main message that become an impact in the future that we need to discuss about this film, according to the controversial?
Okay, thank you. So what what the things that appears first on my mind is when the scenes that related to romantic things like sex scenes, and this is so considered vulgar in Indonesia, right? And this is something that is still taboo in Indonesia and is highly underestimated by by the people of Indonesia. I know that this scene is necessary for the storyline to get run properly, but still it is better if that scene is getting cut or censored. And also the controversial one that I find is about the actress. The actress is a Muslim, and this is a Christian films. Like, why must her? And actually, they can find other actress with the same religion because she plays a nun, which is a profession that important in religion, in Christian religions. I'm sorry, is a devoted like she have to obeys to the rule of her religion. And maybe I'm okay if she plays a Christian like the ordinary people with no profession like nuns. I think it's just doesn't fit with me, and maybe for all the people that have some thought like me. Okay.
So you think that this controversial is in this film tend to be a big problem actually in the future? Am I
Yeah.
right?
You're right.
Okay. Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Miss Villa.
Yes.
Okay, and for the next question, we are still staying with Miss Villa. Miss Villa, as a movie enjoyer, what moments, character, or ideas resonated with you while watching this movie? Please tell us.
Okay, thank you. As a movie enjoyer, I'm not in the side of pro or contra, but I would like to say that the characters that what I remember most is, of course, the main characters is Mariam itself. Besides the controversial things about her religion to play this role, her acting is really good. It's very, very good. I admit that. She is even very much like nuns. And I was like, so the nuns are like this. And her name is Maudi. She really give her totality in her acting, even though she is already 47 years old. And I'm so amazed because it's not like an Indonesian films. It's really improved. Thank you.
Okay, so you are saying that you are on the neutral side, right?
Yes, for this question.
Okay. And I'm agree with your answer because yes, I do feels like Maudi really plays a good role in this movie. Thank you for your answer. Sorry.
Okay. Now, Miss Nihaya, we know that as a professional film reviewers or critics, you already saw the controversial this film and already watched it. And do you think actually the controversial of this film? I'm sorry, before we know that as a film critic, that you are tend to be on the natural side, like Miss Villa said before on that question. She is on the natural side, only on that question. We know that you also will be on the natural question. But what do you think is the biggest obstacles in objective assessment in this film? Because otherwise, then the controversial of this film, we can say that this film is actually quite good, but because of the controversial, people tend to be assessment this film based on subjective assessment, not objectives. And what do you think about that, Miss Nihaya?
Okay, thank you for asking. In this film, I see two controversies. The first controversy is the presence of Father Joseph Chico Jericho, who is a young priest at Dunleary, seems to raise the question: what tax is explicitly assigned to him? And then regarding the nuns' clothes that were removed, in one of the film scenes on the beach, Sister Mariam is seen not wearing monastic attire. Of course, according to Kirk law, this is considered wrong because again the KHK wrote down the rules.
Okay, so you think that the controversial in this film actually can lead to subjective assessment. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Naya.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay. Next question, and this is the last. Is it for Miss Sarah? Miss Sarah, can you hear me?
Yes, of course, Miss.
Okay. As far as I know, a film director is the person who is responsible for the creative and technical aspect of a film, right? Including directing the cast and crew, developing the script, and overseeing the post production process. So, can you provide us an example of a time when you had to manage a difficult production issue?
Well, for your information, guys, I have written this film since 2016. So it takes for me 3 years to make and fix the film, the script. And guys, I am from Muslims. So I research more, I learn more about what is pastor, what is non, and what is Catholic religion more. So I think that's not a big deal for me because I have learned it before. And also it's a big problem for the actress and the actor because they come from the opposite religion. I mean, like Chico, he comes from Protestant. Then he have to be Catholic, like that kind of that. And yeah, so they have to do the same thing with me. They have to research more. They have to learn more what about their role play. So yeah, like they have to come to Semarang. It's about 15 several times, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I think that's the production issue of my film, of this film.
Okay, so you are saying that the issue is because you, the actress, and the actor are Muslim, right? So it
Yeah,
costs many things to finish the movie, such as the role they will play, right?
that's right. That's right.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sarah. And now it's time for us to move on into the Q&A session. To all dear audiences, if you have any question, please raise your hand first.
Okay, my name is Anita Maulidatul Amelia. I want to ask to Miss Jamilatun Nihaya. I got from the film basically about love, lust, and the struggle of sin between Ave Maryam the nun and Joseph the Roma. And then my question is, how does the film represents about religious tolerance? Because when I watch this film, it is very closely related to the Catholic religion, and then it is very rare to find the film with non-Islamic background in Indonesia. Can you explain, please?
Okay, thank you, Miss Anita. Religious tolerance is shown in this film through various simple scenes, starting from the appearance of a small child wearing a headscarf who regularly delivers milk to the nuns' dormitory and the kirk, until the diversity of religions is visualized through the skin when Mariam wearing a nurse uniform passes by a mouse.
Okay, Miss Anita, is that answer your question?
Yes, it is enough.
Okay, thank you, Miss Anita and Miss Nihaya. Okay, for the next question, please.
Okay, my name is Jacqueline, and I want to ask to Miss Sarah, what inspired you to make a plot like this, even though it is contrary to your original religion?
Sorry, I have a bad connection. Can you repeat again?
Okay, Miss Jacqueline, can you repeat your question because Miss Sarah have connection lag?
Okay. Miss Sarah, what inspired you to make a plot like this, even though it is contrary to your original religion?
Well, actually, actually, I I was saying that what should I make? I mean, like, I want to make something different from other. I mean, like, I am a Muslim. There are a lot of things that I love movie that uh was that the plot is about Muslims. So I want to make something different. So I research about more about another religion and something interests me in this religion is about nun and pastor. So I decided to create this script and become a film to this year. I think that's it because I want to make something different.
Okay. Um, is it because you want to make something different, right, Miss Sarah? Hmm. To Miss Jacqueline, is it answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you for both of you. Maybe next question, please.
Okay. Before it, let me introduce myself. My name is Iswatul Mawada. I am student in University of Sriwijaya Madura. I wanna ask for Miss Villa, what you recommend this film? If yes, how is your first impression the seeing the synopsis?
Okay, I will answer it directly. Okay, so the answer is yes. I would like to recommend this film. When I saw, I'm not read a synopsis, but I watched the trailer and like, oh, the cinematic is really in another level from Indonesian films, and I got a big hope for this film. So when I watch this film, is yeah, it's fulfill my expectation. So this is really improved from another Indonesian films, and yes, I would to recommend to the others, but still don't take the negative values from this film, okay? Especially for you guys in underage. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Villa. So basically, you're saying that we can just get the positive of this film and ignore the negative of it and just make it as a lesson, right? Okay, thank you, Miss Villa and Miss Iswatul. For the last question, maybe.
Okay, my name is Ifla Aninda Wahdini. I want a question to Miss Sarah.
Yes.
I think this movie very interesting, but what is the moral value you got it from this movie?
Well, actually, I have mentioned in the first question of Mr. Afiq, but here I want to add some more values that we can learn. Well, one of the moral message or moral values in this film is that in life there must be place between our desires and conflict with the religion we profess. And if we have agreed to choose our way of life, then we have to promise ourselves to be all there is, and it would be nice to avoid polemics from the path we take. And above all, the main point is just do your duty, just do your obligations as your first intention, like that. I think that's it.
Okay, so there is actually a moral to this film than the controversial. So is that answer your question, Aminda?
Yes, thank.
Okay, thank you for Miss Aninda and Miss Sarah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are in the brink of our interview today, and I think we can get a lot of thought, a lot of opinion over here from our guest star, and also from the question from the audience. What do you think, Aziza?
I think that today's interview is very interesting and entertaining because we can learn so many things about film production, right?
Yeah, so we can get a lot of point of view, a lot of women. Okay, thank you again for all of our guest stars today and all of our audience. Thank you for your very nice attention, and thank you for giving your thought to us. And maybe we can get along in the next event or in the next interview. I think that's all from us. See you in the next interview. It's me. I'm your host, Muhammad Afiq, and my partner.
I'm Aziza.
I believe we can see you in the next event. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.